Hello everybody and welcome back. We're going to get right into this and I'm going to paint a tulip. I'm off to a great start this morning because I already painted a tulip and forgot to hit record. So got that going for me, but that's okay. That's why I like fast things, because it's not that big of a deal. All right, can't see that, that's okay. I tried to put a little pink in it so you can see it, but I'm not sure if you can. But I'm just doing basic shape of the tulip that I want. I'm going to have mine opening just a little bit. And now I'm going to add red. It's going to be a nice pink tulip once all is said and done here. And you can make yours whatever color you'd like, of course. We're going to do these outer petals first, the ones that are kind of opening up, and then this middle section we'll get to in a minute here. And I have to show you a couple pictures of my inspiration for a tulip today. Just made me smile. Two things happened. But I had this calendar, I flipped the calendar, and well, voila, look at all these tulips. And also my tea bag said this. So I was like, yeah, this is what's supposed to happen. I'm going to come in with this middle section being a little bit darker, because this is still like a closed up portion of the petals that hasn't, opened up yet. So I'm going to do that, and we will be tweaking this as we go. But we're going to let that dry. I'm actually going to help it dry here with my dryer. And we're going to come in and just add some shadows to our tulip. Make it a little curvy. I like it when you see like the petals that have a little bit of a wave to them. That's what we're doing here. And now I've just kind of cleaned my brush up with just a little bit of paint on there. And I'm filling it all in with that very light bit of color. It's going to cover the whole thing to smooth it out a little bit. We are going to be adding ink later on, and so yeah, that's optional always, but it's what I like to do. I imagine lots of people are ready for spring. Tulips are one of my favorites. All right, I'm liking how that's looking. Now, if it gets too dark, it's a little dark for my liking, really. It will dry lighter, but you could come in with a clean brush. I'm going to leave it. You could come with a clean brush and lift some of that color out, but we're going to leave it. All right, moving right along to the stem after this dries. I am going to start with a nice light yellow-green for the base color. And we'll bring our stem down like this, and then we'll bring our nice big leaves up like that. And I've got this nice and wet because I do want to add some other colors to it. Kind of doing the same thing. I'm sorry if I'm blocking the view here. All right. We've got our base color there, and while that is still wet, I'm going to bring in a darker kind of olive green that I mixed together to just give some variation. I want some of that light green peeking through because I think it's so pretty. And to get the olive green, I mixed together yellow and black, which seems odd, I think, but I love the color that it makes. All right, letting that color kind of mix in with that wet light, or the yellow green, I should say, and just working it through there. I'm under here, and I'm going to actually make some of it go up into the flower as well. All right, outline this a little bit. And I don't know if you notice I'm using a very big brush today, size 16. I didn't mean to stick with that, but here I am. Okay. Really, for this part, size 16 brush not recommended. But I'm just trying to be light to the touch. And I'm scared, so I'm going to get a smaller brush. I'm going to go with, this is 6. All right. Because I just want to do some wispy lines. And you can really just pull from that, this little part, I don't know what it's called, that part of the stem. Just kind of pull it up into there. All right, I like it. Maybe some lines in here, just for texture, although we're going to be adding our pen here in just a little bit. So we'll darken up our stem. And then we'll be ready to let it dry and add our pen. Taking a risk here, I'm actually going to paint in a few, whoopsies. I'm going to paint in a few lines here for some detail. Make that little wavy line come down here. This one too. And this also, when you add these little lines, it gives the flower a little bit of a shape, kind of helps it to not be as flat. And you give it a little bit of curvature in there. Okay, now we're going to come in with our pen after this dries completely. I have got my Micron number 5. I don't think I'm showing you the whole flower. I'm sorry. I mean, there's not much more to see down there, but there you go. Okay. Number 5, Micron. And I'm going to hold it up here because I want it to be loose. Here we go. I like that line to be shaky because, again, I like the kind of wobbly looking petals that aren't just perfectly straight. Love it, love it. Put some lines in here too. I'm not being super bold with these lines because, I don't know, I just like the subtle. Sometimes I like it to be subtle. Sometimes I like it to be extra wonky and all that, but today we're just gonna do it however it feels good. Okay, I've decided I want a little bit of splatter with this one today just to, I don't know, make it more fun. How's that? We'll see what happens. Oh wait, I really need to cover up this other side. I'm just going to take my swatch card and put it right here. Ah, I like it. Okay, and there she is. I like it. What do you think? I like the splatter. I like the pen. And I hope you have fun with this if you give it a try. And of course, let me know. I love when you tell me that you painted something and you're happy with it. And yeah, this would be a beautiful card if you wanted to make it for somebody, or just a beautiful gift that you could frame for someone. Either way, have fun with it, and I will see you in the next video.